All right, welcome back to the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show. This weekend, the Dallas Trinity have a game against Tampa Bay FC. Yesterday, they released their new uniform, so this is the maroon one here, and then we got the white one with the gold pinstripes here coming up. Let's see, right there. So those are the new uniforms, and like we said, the game is this weekend. And to preview that, we are bringing in the head coach of Dallas Trinity, Lee Nguyen. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, let the viewers get to know you. How's the team going? How's practice been? And just let us know about the game this weekend.
Yeah, we got a game tomorrow against Tampa Bay. We just finished preseason, about 4 to 5 weeks of training and trying to instill our identity of how we want to play this season. And tomorrow's our big first test.
What is it like for you, being a Dallas native, to have to be able to come back and then coach the women's team in this market?
Yeah, I'm very proud to be from Dallas and be able to help represent. Yeah, I was thrilled with the opportunity to be able to come back and coach the Dallas Trinity team. I have great memories of playing soccer and growing up here, and now to be able to coach, it feels full circle.
Can you just speak to the impact? Because I know you also played youth for the Dallas Texans here, and with the Trinity, there's a lot of young girls that come and watch the games, and just the impact that it has on youth soccer here in DFW.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's the same for when I was growing up. We had Dallas Burn at the time, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember growing up and watching my idols play, and always, telling my parents I want to play there one day. That'd be the dream, the goal. And now, you kind of have that here for women's soccer, and so hopefully the younger generation now have idols that they can look up to, come watch it close to home, and hopefully we can make someone's dream come true one day. And then that would be, we've done something right. And I think what's
Mm-hmm.
great right now is we're starting to build that platform and that pathway. We have a young girl right now that's through the youth academy. She's been training with us a couple weeks now, and hopefully, this can become a thing where we can develop young girls to hopefully reach their goals.
Another thing, with a couple of the players have been loaned off to like bigger clubs. Just that could speak to the talent, like Lexi Missimo, and then the goalkeeper that went to Barcelona. Just like the talent that is in this program. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think Dallas in general has always been a hub where we've developed great players. Like you said, those two names there, for instance, and I mean, you have for us when I was growing up, you have me, Clint Dempsey, Breck Shea. On the women's
Absolutely.
side, you have Jaden Shaw, Kennedy Fuller, Trinity Armstrong, and so for me, I feel like Dallas has always been a great hub for developing young players, and to be able to transcend to that next level. And so, like, for us to be able to develop players here and then be able to go on and continue their dreams and play at another level, that's the ultimate.
As someone who has played both abroad and here in MLS, what are some of the differences that you've noticed playing overseas versus playing domestically?
Yeah, I would just say the cultures are different, the philosophies of playing, the styles of play. And so understanding, yeah, everywhere is going to have maybe a different style of play that they want to play. Maybe in Europe, they're more possession based. Here in the U.S., maybe sometimes it might be a little bit more transitional. Over in Asia, very technical. And so, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just, every area, every demographic has a different style of play. You just kind of have to adapt to.
Playing internationally and also for the United States men's national team, who are some of the biggest names and biggest players that have played against in your career?
Uh, um, I would say a game I remembered closely was when I played with the U.S. national team at Craven Cottage in Fulham, and I
Okay.
played against James Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
And I remember him having crazy World Cup. He was at Real Madrid, and be able to see him live was incredible.
How did you take in this World Cup? With it here in Dallas, did you go watch games? Did you go to any games? How did you take it in?
Yeah, I think it was amazing because I got to go to a couple games,
Okay.
and it's amazing how much support we got for the World Cup here. And I remember my first memory was at the '94 World Cup at the Cotton Bowl. And I remember going to watch Brazil play there, and that was such a crazy memory looking back at it now. And then come, you know, many years later, World Cup comes back to the U.S. and we'll be able to see it. I saw the Portugal-Spain game here live at the AT&T Center, and couldn't believe how many fans and how many people were in, you know, soccer jerseys. And then like even when the U.S. played, you're going somewhere else and it's just around the city to try to go watch a game, and like it's packed. And so it was just crazy to see how soccer just brought all the fans and every like culture together. It was amazing.
Speaking of the World Cup, obviously you spoke about the 94 World Cup a second ago that caused this huge resurgence and interest in soccer here in the United States. Going off the heels of this World Cup where there's all this renewed interest in it, what would you say to somebody who maybe has never been to a Trinity FC game before to try to get them to come out and check you guys out and see what you can do?
Yeah, I think, people who are in love with the game want to see beautiful football, want to see attractive football. Um, this would be a great game to go to. I think you're going to see a style of play that, the fans here are going to be proud to support. I know the girls, they love to play this style. And so, we hope to be attractive in how we want to play, but also get results that are going to make the fans proud.
What would you say is a trademark of a Lee Nguyen led team? Like what kind of identity do you want to have on the pitch?
We want to be, yes, a team that controls possession, controls the
Okay.
game in all the moments, but mainly can we control the game with the ball in the attacking team's half, and try to manipulate the opponent, the spaces, and try to find ways to break them down. And then if we lose it, can we keep the game in the attacking half with our counter press? And so this is how I like to play when I was playing,
Yeah.
and so it's very similar to how I want to coach you.
With just like you mentioned, playing overseas and everything like that. What are some of the lifestyle differences that players can expect, here versus there, like in Vietnam or in Europe and stuff, and all the places you played?
Yeah, just I think when you're here, you realize how big the U.S. is,
Yeah.
and everyone that always comes from Europe and plays here in the league, I remember talking to, they just can't believe how spread out everything is, how far the travel is to go and play somewhere else. Whereas in Europe, maybe it's an hour bus ride or a 2 hour bus ride to the furthest team away.
Yeah.
And I think you can walk. Everything's within walking distance. Where here you got to drive to most places, and so yeah, it's a different type of lifestyle, I guess, and then getting used to and acclimating to how like the seasons and how we travel. And I think a lot of people now, when they come here in the States in the summer, they're not used to this heat as well, and so the
Yeah.
game
Absolutely.
also changes based on the weather. And so maybe during the summer, the game's a little slower. And then in the winter, you can see more of a high pressing game, transitional game. And so, yeah.
Those of us that aren't soccer players also are not used to the heat.
Yeah. No kidding.
It is very uncomfortable.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. Definitely.
I grew up here. I'm still not used to it. So.
There you go. So I wanted to get into a couple games with you. So as we mentioned, you played for the United States men's national team. I wanted you can choose any formation you want. I want you to give me your all-time USMNT best 11. And you can do whatever formation you want. It can be a 3-4-3, it can be 4-2-3, whatever you want to do.
Oof, that one's a tough one. Okay. Uh,
We can start from the back. We go.
I'll say Yeah, I'll say goalie Tim Howard.
Okay.
Um, and then I go back three.
Okay.
Uh, I would say um, Gucci Onyewu, DeMarcus Beasley on the left,
Okay.
and Carlos Belga.
Okay.
Um, and then in the midfield, just I'm gonna go based with the players I've played with too. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
Michael Bradley, Jermaine Jones in the middle. You got Pulisic on the left. You got Landon Donovan on the right. You got Josie Altidore, Clint Dempsey, and no, I want to put myself, but
You can put yourself in there if you want to.
This is your game, sir.
yeah, no, but no, it was good. But yeah, I would say those players right there. I really
Who do you got
really
managing the
enjoyed playing
team?
with, and
Are you going to manage the team?
no. Oof, yeah, that's a tough one. Bob Bradley probably managed the team.
Bob Bradley.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you make of the Pochettino re-signing after this World Cup?
Yeah, I liked it. I think they did really well this World Cup. They showed a good style of play, and like I think we're still a little behind some of the top European teams,
Okay.
but I think how we showcase this World Cup and how all the players, I felt the chemistry was there, the identity of how we want to play, it was strong. And so yeah, another spell of I guess understanding and already been in that process. I think it's only going to base well for us.
And then the one last game that I want to do with you before we go, we're going to do. Have you ever seen the keep 3, cut 5 kind of things?
No.
I'm gonna get. So the game is I'm gonna say 8 things, but you don't know what the next one is. These are all gonna be Dallas edition foods, so like Dallas centric foods, and you have to have to keep 3 of them and cut 5, but you don't know what's coming next. All right, so are you ready?
You're not ready.
Okay, so there's gonna be 2. You're saying there's 10.
There's 8, so there's you're keeping 3 and
okay.
cutting 5.
Gotcha.
So the first one we're gonna do is Joe T. Garcia's Tex-Mex. Are you keeping or cutting that?
Cutting that.
I keep.
Oh, that's gonna be a hot take right there.
Okay, I'm only cutting because I haven't had.
No,
it,
yeah, you don't know what's coming next. All right, so you're cutting that.
I'm keeping that.
Okay.
I'm playing the game. I decided I was
Yes,
going to play
Kelly
the
wants
game
to play
too.
as well. Kelly's keeping.
I love that. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so the next one is Whataburger.
Oof. Yeah, throw it away.
Cutting Whataburger. Okay.
Cutting,
Oh.
yes.
What are you doing, Kelly?
This is gonna sink me, but I'm gonna use another keep.
Oh
Man, I love a Monterey Melt.
Ooh, that's
All right,
already
so-
2 keeps.
I know.
I'm
in trouble.
We got 6 more to go. The next one is a food hall at Buc-ee's. So it can be beaver
Cut.
nuggets, a brisket sandwich. What you can just go into Buc-ee's and buy whatever you want.
No, that's an easy one for me. Cut.
All right, cut. Yeah,
All right, so we're cutting both of those. Goldie's Barbecue out in Fort Worth.
Oh, I love barbecue. I'm gonna keep that.
Too.
Okay, we're keeping Goldie's.
Do I use my last keep?
Do you use it? Yes, sir.
Let's cut it, just because I don't want to be out of the game yet.
All right,
But I
cool.
do love some good barbecue.
Okay, so Kelly's cutting
Yeah.
that one. The next one is a Fletcher's Corny Dog at the State Fair.
Cut.
Ooh, love some state fair food. Corn dog though.
Yep, Fletcher's
Cut.
Corny Dog, iconic. You're cutting it?
Yes.
Okay, cutting that. Next up, we got 3 more. So the next one's HEB Tortillas.
Tortillas.
Specifically from HEB?
Yes, the
fresh ones that
Yes,
they
the
make.
ones that everyone loves.
Cut.
Okay.
Oh, this is hard. This is harder than I thought it would be.
That is hard. We have 2 left after this.
Yes, correct.
And we each have how many keeps left?
You
I
have one keep left, and he has 2.
Oh, see, you're solid.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'll cut that.
All right, you're cutting it. The
That
next
means you're
one
stuck
is,
with whatever's left.
No, he has.
Oh, there's 3 left.
There's
Okay.
2 left.
2 left, and he's still got 2 keeps, so he's stuck with whatever's left.
Yes, I guess
I'm optimistic.
so. Yep. So you're gonna keep a frozen margarita.
Oh, I'm absolutely keeping a frozen margarita. That's
There
my
we
final
go.
keep right there.
Frozen margaritas were
Not
you know,
mad
made
about it. Yeah.
Were founded in DFW, so we're keeping that one. And you're also keeping the Chili's Triple Dipper.
Which means I get to cut that, which I'm okay with.
Yep. So
All right.
going back through it, your keeps were Goldie's Barbecue, frozen margarita, and Chili's Triple Dipper, and Kelly's was Joe T. Garcia's, Whataburger, and the frozen marg. So there you go.
I
Love
feel good
that.
about my choices.
Who won? That's what I want. Who won that?
I feel like we both won because we both get margaritas at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was really strong. I feel happy about my two. The corn dogs, I might have gone back on that one though. Yeah, to stay fair.
Before we go to break, is there anything that you want people to know about, the Trinity game this weekend and just the team in general? Because I know there's a lot of new faces on this team, even for the fans that have been following.
Yeah, no, I just think, yeah, if you haven't been out to the game, please come out and support the girls. I think you guys are gonna like the soccer you're gonna see out there, and I'm excited for this season. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one this weekend.
Lee Nguyen, thanks for joining us on the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show, and we are going to come back with our Nailed It segment, our top picks of the week. We'll get our picks from Dia, from me, from Stretch, and from Kelly. And once again, Coach Lee, thank you for joining us on the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.